I'm Tiger Woods, and this is my game. This is a golf lesson none of you had before. I think that's what separates a tour player from an amateur, and what separates consistent winners from the greats. Some are playing checkers, while some are playing chess. And then some are playing elite chess. Or you're thinking 20 moves ahead, 30 moves ahead. One little mistake over a 72-hole period can cost you a tournament. It's the little things that add up. The simple thing is, where's the flag? Where's the wind? Where's the trouble? Where should I miss it? Okay, what shot am I gonna play? From what side of the tee box am I gonna play it from? Okay, what club is gonna get me into that spot? I'm not gonna out ball strike you to death. I'm not gonna out putt you to death, but there's no reason why I can't outthink you. And course management, to me, over the course of my career, has allowed me to win as many tournaments as I have. For me, driving is trying to figure out how do I best take advantage of this hole. And that's how I look at it. So I play from the green back. Where do I want to miss the golf ball to that certain flag? How do I get there? And what shot am I going to play? And then that feeds back into what club I'm going to hit off the tee, what swing I'm going to make, what trajectory I'm going to hit, what window am I going to try and hit it through. I'm trying to play the shot that's going to give me the best angle into that flag, to that green, leave me the best chance. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just tee it in the ground and hit it. That's how I think golf should be played. It is a physical chess match. And when you hear me say that I've missed the golf ball in the correct spots, is part of the course management side of it.
He's sort of a tactician, you know, very disciplined. Ability to break down the golf course. A lot of guys understand the basics of the pin is left, I kind of want to be on the right side of the fairway. Tiger's is so much beyond that.
He lets the golf course come to him. You know, you're not trying to force things coming down the stretch. He knows there's holes to be had, and those are the holes you got to get. And when it's time to kind of lay back and play a little conservative, he does that as well. And people talk that about all the time. So a lot of guys like the driver everywhere, and I get that. But if it doesn't set up for him, or he doesn't think the percentages are in his favor, he'll lay up. I think the advantage he has is he's such a great iron player. He can get away with laying up probably more than some other guys.
I've always felt that I should never make a mental mistake. Now, have I? Yes, absolutely. I've made countless of them on a golf course. Physical mistakes are going to happen because of, it's just part of the game. But under no time pressure, no one's going to rip our heads off. There's no reason why I can't go without making a mental mistake, you know, the rest of my career. I've heard sports psychologists say that you should only focus on what you're doing, block out everything else. I get all that, and it's trying to be in the moment and focus on what you have to do. But also, then again, if you don't know down and distance, and you don't know what's on the shot clock, or how much time you have, and how many points you're down by, and then you're not taking into account of all the different things that could happen and that you should be playing for. Trying to figure all that out is not easy to do, but I think that I've had a unique sense of it, and not being afraid of it. Not being afraid to see what's on that board and understand what the ramifications are of me pulling this off, me not pulling it off. And it's okay. If I fail, I fail. If I succeed, I succeed. But it's not being afraid to understand where I'm at. For any player looking to peak, or well, let's just say just be ready to play a competitive round. For me, I still think it's about putting, no three putts, and getting the ball up and down. Most people say spend a lot of time hitting drivers and spending a lot of time hitting golf balls and working the game, but God, I watched so many amateurs just throw away shots around the greens, Hell, I see it on the tour, and I do it myself. You know, it's just the little things that we shouldn't do. If you go with no 3-putts, you know, let's start with that, for instance. How many shots that will save most amateurs right there? Simple, straightforward, easy chips. Get those up and down. If you start with that right there, that in itself will save you so many shots. You play that over a course of 9 holes, 18 holes, 4 days for us in an event, call it a couple months, call it a season, call it a decade. How many shots that it really is, and it all starts just from a simple fact of no 3-putts. Golf is a microcosm of life. There's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be ebbs and flows, and ultimately, when it comes right down to it, we determine our own fate. As tough as that may be to accept sometimes, it's not being afraid of it, and it's okay. And it's okay to feel uncomfortable. And I've been asked this question numerous times, am I ever nervous? Are you kidding me? You know, I'm nervous on the very first shot, I'm nervous throughout the entire day. But it's how I channel it and how I harness it. How do I put that energy into either deeper focus or deeper intensity? And that's something that we can all do. And it's not to be ashamed of it or afraid of it. Go after it. A lot of the shots you've seen me pull off over the years from bad spots, for the most part, they've actually been good angles. I've pulled off some miraculous shots at times, and I've hit some shots into worse spots. That's the challenge of it when it comes right down to it in the tournament is, am I willing to take on that risk?
All right, let's have some fun.
Okay, talk to me.
Big duck hook, starting just right of this first flag,
Got it.
finishing on that checkered paw.
That's first take.
That was pure.